All right, hey everyone, it's Frizelma Lynn, the Parenting 911 coach. So we're going to talk about all bark and no bite. You know what I mean, parents. We say a whole lot of things that we don't even mean, that we can't follow through with, we can't do, and we wouldn't even if we could. We just talking, just talking, a whole lot of bark and no bite. So we're going to use my book to talk about that issue. Here's my book. You need a butt whooping. Now, it's not about how to spank children. It's really about transforming discipline in 3 easy steps. But we have to get a better understanding of things so that we can transform the discipline. So we're going to use the book to talk about all bark and no bite. This is what I mean. Even the title of the book, You Need a Butt Whooping. Most of us or all of us have probably heard that. Okay. Here is the disclaimer. When I'm talking to parents, no one strategy is going to help in absolutely every scenario, but in many of them, it's going to help. In many of them, it's going to transform things. All right. So most of us or all of us have heard the statement, you need a butt whooping. Even if it was about someone's else children, we were looking at them, in the store or whatever, wherever we were, and the children were just behaving in a way that disturb the people around them. And even in your mind, you probably said, you need a butt whooping. Looking at someone's else children. You know how we do. Come on, parents. One thing about it, we've got to be honest. We've got to be honest about parenting, about who we are, what we're doing, what we're not doing, what we know how to do, and what we don't know how to do. All right. So you've heard it or said it more than likely. And many of us add a little expletive to it. Yeah, we added a few little extra words to it, just kind of based on what the child was doing, or if we were upset at the moment, or if it embarrassed us or made us look kind of silly. Yeah, children have a way of doing that sometimes. But we say things. We say things um, that have a whole lot of bark and no bite. And when I say that, what I mean is there is no strategy behind it. There are no resources that we are leaning towards to help us with that after we say the statement. Usually we make that kind of statement in the heat of the moment. Yeah, right. When we are a little bit upset, frustrated, angry, at our wits' end, that child has gotten on our last nerve. Yeah, then we'll make that kind of statement. You need a butt whipping. Yeah, we'll make that kind of statement. Um, Sometimes we make that kind of statement, unfortunately, too, because we don't know what else to say. We heard other people say it. We might have heard our parents say it, and it was all bark and no bite. So we just think, if you're a parent, that's the thing to say. And we don't know what else to say. So what happens with that kind of statement as your default statement, that's just your go-to. That's your go-to. What happens is children stop listening. They stop paying attention. When we are all bark and no bite, children stop paying attention. There's no need to pay attention. Nothing's going to happen. So I'm a retired teacher and school administrator. That was in my former life, before becoming a parenting coach, right? So, some children, when I was a school administrator, would be in trouble, have an office referral, which means I have to call the parent, let the parent know what's going on. I also have to investigate, try to find, make sure I have all the points, know really what happened. And some children would literally just break my heart by their words. Not mean words, not profanity, but this is what they would say. My mama's not going to do anything, right? I don't get consequences at home. I just, do whatever I want. You all give me consequences at school, but, she's not going to do anything. She'll curse at me, but that's all, nothing else. Things like that would break my heart, because when we don't have a strategy, when we don't know what else to do, and we pretty much do nothing but just talk at them, at our children, they end up not trusting us. They end up referring to us as, just a bag of air, nothing. Well, they're not gonna do anything. Come on, my mama not gonna do anything. She never does anything. Or my daddy not gonna do anything. He never does anything. Or then sometimes they bring out other issues, and they'll say, well, she's too busy with her boyfriend to even notice I did anything wrong. So you might as well just go on, suspend me or whatever. Or sometimes, they'll say, well, he'll be drunk when I get home. Come on, parents. We have to get ourselves together. We can't be all bark and no bite. So in the book, it talks about that. It talks about the fact that we get ourselves in these situations, and impulsively, we just feel we need to say something, even though we know we can't follow through. Some of us say things that are more threatening. All right. Some of us say things that are more damaging to the child's spirit. We say things that'll break their hearts, So all of us sometimes hear these things. I'm talking to you if you're the parent that says these types of things, like, didn't I tell you to do this? And didn't I tell you? And then I just say don't do that. Didn't I say stop? Didn't what do I need to come over there? I know you heard me. I know I'm calling you. I'm calling your mama. I'm calling your daddy. I'm tired of talking to you. I'm tired of talking. Don't make me come over there. Don't make me have to say it again. How many times are we going to say those things and have nothing to back them up? No follow through. That teaches children that we parents who say all of those things, that we're just liars. That teaches our children not to trust what we say, because what we say doesn't mean anything. And when our children distrust us, that leads to them disrespecting us. See, we're bringing that on ourselves, not even realizing it. I mean, not even realizing we're teaching our children to distrust us, which leads them then to disrespect us. So we've got to learn better ways to handle situations with our children. We've got to teach them that when we say something, we mean it. And we have to teach them that consequences will come. The earlier you begin teaching your children that, the better. It's better to start them off early, understanding that when you, the parent, say something, you expect for them to do it. You show them how to do it. That's what discipline is. You show them how to do it your way. You practice with them. And then if they choose not to do it after you've shown them how and after you've practiced with them, so you know they know how to do that independently, after you've practiced with them, then they have a choice. Their choice is to do it like you just taught them, or their other choice is not to do it. And if they choose not to do it, then a negative consequence should immediately follow. That's the bite. So I always encourage parents to stay calm. Parents, always stay calm. You're the parent. You're the authority. Stay calm. Speak calmly to your children. You don't have to yell, scream. You don't have to cuss. You don't have to fuss. You're the parent with the authority. Stay calm. Speak calmly. As a matter of fact, bring your voice down almost to a whisper where your children have to say, "What'd you say? What'd you say, Mom? What'd you say, Daddy? What'd you say, Grandma, Grandpa, Nene, Nana? What'd you say?" Because now, guess what? They are listening. Now they are listening. And while you have their attention, repeat what you said and then wait. You don't have to look them up and down to wait. You can go on and do whatever else you were doing, or, return to reading your book, right? Reading this book. Yeah, right. Or you can, walk away, whatever, act like you're taking a nap or what, and give them an opportunity. See, that's called now accountability. Give them an opportunity to make the choice. Consequences, the positive ones or the negative ones, always come, but they come based on choices. Our choices, their choices. You need to, and we will talk about it and teach you how to actually create a consequence chart so that whether they choose to do what you asked or not, you have a chart already ready. No impulsivity. No constantly saying the same thing over and over, knowing that you're not going to do anything, but choosing something from the consequence chart. When children know that when you speak calmly, something different is about to happen, the atmosphere just changed, they'll act differently. And when they know that they can trust that a consequence is coming, they make better choices. We help children act out behaviorally, act in an inappropriate way. We help them do that when we don't have a follow through, when we're not consistent, when we just have all bark and no bite, when we're constantly just saying the same thing. Don't let me have to come over there. You heard me. You better stop. Okay, I'm tired of saying. I'm not gonna keep saying. When we do all of that, we're encouraging them not to do what we say. We're encouraging them to misbehave. We're encouraging them to distrust us and then disrespect us. So parents, We have to stop being all bark and no bite. As we work through the book and we talk about better alternatives that are needed and necessary, then we as the parents have to implement them. It's great to learn new things. It's sad not to implement them as they're going to better your life, better your child's life. So we will have to consistently, a word that parents don't usually like, consistently implement the things that we've learned. So one thing, these are the things I hope you implement from just this session. Stop saying things that you don't mean. Just stop. If you need for your child to stop doing something or to do something, stop yelling, screaming, cussing, and fussing. Bring your voice down. Let your face be calm. You don't have to frown all up. No. Be calm. This is about calmness. Calmly make the statement that you need to make. I'll be back in 5 minutes. You can tell your child, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Your bed needs to be made. And walk away. You don't have to keep screaming, make up your bed. I'm tired of talking to you. No. I'll be back in 5 minutes. You need to have your bed made up. Walk away. Check your clock. 5 minutes. Come back. If you say it, you must follow through with it. If you say it, follow through with it. In 5 minutes, you need to come back. If the bed is made, great. Give them a high five. Say, I knew you could do it. Celebrate that. That's a consequence, a positive consequence. But if it's not done, then there should be a negative consequence. And we're going to talk about those because you need to know how to choose those. All right? Please implement. And we will see you on the next session. Go to www.parenting911.org. Set up a session with me. Let's talk about where you are, what you need, and how to get you to where you want to go with your family. All right, great stuff. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Love you.